Hi love, welcome back. In today's class, we're making this beautiful summer dress. If you're new to the channel, my name is Miss I and you're welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you my love for always coming back. Let's get right into class. In this tutorials, I'll be using this colorful yarn in these 4 colors and a 3.5 mm hook. To begin with, we are going to make a slip knot. After the slip knot, we are going to make a foundation chain of 18. After your 18 chains, you are going to skip 2, and in the 3rd stitch, we are going to place a double crochet. The skip 2 counts as your first double crochet. We are going to make a double crochet in the next stitch, and we are going to keep making double crochets in each stitch until the end of the row. At the end of the row, you should be having 17 double crochet. In that very first last stitch, we already have 1 double crochet inside the stitch. So in the same space, we are going to place 4 more double crochets, making it 5 double crochets in the very last stitch. After 4 double crochets, you are going to pull and we are going to start working in opposite direction. So in the very first stitch, opposite, we are going to place a double crochet. We are going to keep putting double crochet in each stitch until the end of the row. In the very last stitch, don't forget to place your very last double crochet in that very last stitch. Now this is the end of row 1. Row 2, you are going to chain 2, turn your work. In the next stitch, you are going to place a double crochet. You are going to keep putting double crochets in each stitch until we get to our last double crochets before the 5 double crochets in one stitch. So I'm at the last double crochet, and now we are going to place 2 double crochets in the next 2 stitches. And in the middle stitch, that is our 3rd stitch, we are going to place 2 double crochets, chain 2 and 2 double crochets, all inside the same stitch. That is our 3rd stitch. So 2 double crochets, chain 2 and 2 double crochets. There you go. Now you are going to place double crochets in each stitch until the end of the row. At the end of row 2, you are going to cut your work, and we are going to be switching to our second color, and our second color is black. So you are going to switch, and we are going to chain 2 for row 3 and 10. In the very next stitch, we are going to place a double crochet, and we are going to keep working double crochets until we get to the chain 2 space at the top. I'm at the chain 2 space at the top, and inside the chain 2 space, we are going to place 2 double crochets, chain 2 and 2 double crochets, all inside the chain 2 space. 2 double crochets, chain 2 and 2 double crochets. Now we are going to place a double crochet in each stitch until the end of the row. the end of row 3, we are going to switch our yarn to our next color, and just as the same format, we are going to chain 2, turn our work. In the next stitch, we are going to place a double crochet, and we are going to keep working double crochets, and when we get to the chain 2 space, we are going to work 2 double crochets, chain 2 and 2 double crochets. So this is how I'm going to be arranging my bra cup, and you are going to do 2. So keep arranging it like this and work all 2, and I'll meet you at the end. So you are going to keep building it, keep building your work, and I'll meet you at the end. So the first bra cup is complete. Now the second one, you are not going to cut off your yarn. You are going to join to the second bra cup with a slip stitch, chain 1 or 2, cut and fasten your yarn. So now you have both of your bra cups ready, and this is what your work should be looking like. So for a size large, this is for a size medium to large, but if you're making for a size extra large or small, just the number of bra cup is what is supposed to factor. So if you're making for a size small, you can end on the yellow, and if you're making for a size large, you can decide to add 1 more row or 2 rows depending on your bra cup. So after that, you are going to tighten and cut your loose yarns, and this is what you should be having. Now we are going to go ahead and make our motifs. So place the bra cup aside and let's make our motif. To start off with the motif, we are going to make a slip knot, and we are going to chain 4. If you can make a magic ring, that is fine. We'll make a magic ring. So after the chain 4, inside the very first stitch, you are going to make a slip stitch. Now we are going to chain 1, 2 and 3. Inside the ring, or inside that very small space, we are going to make 11 double crochets. So the chain 3 count as a double crochet. So in total, you should have 12 double crochets inside the magic ring or inside the small circle. After your 12 double crochets, you are going to slip stitch on top of the chain 3 space and close off your first row. Now row 2, this is what your work should be looking like. Row 2, you are going to chain 3, and we are going to be making a cluster of double crochet. So the chain 3 count as your first double crochet. So inside the same stitch, we are going to make an incomplete double crochet. So that's 2, and yarn over again and make your last incomplete double crochet. Yarn over, pull through, and now you are going to yarn over. So now you have 3 loops on the hook, yarn over and pull through all 3. You are going to chain 5. Now in the next stitch, so we are working this cluster in each stitch. So make your 3 incomplete double crochets in the same stitch, 2 and 3. Now you have 3 loops on the hook, yarn over and pull through all 3 and chain 5. In the next stitch, we are going to place 3 double crochet cluster in the same stitch. 1, 2 and 3. Yarn over and pull through all and chain 5. So you are going to repeat this in each stitch until the end of the row, and at the end of the row you should have 12 incomplete double crochets or 12 clusters. So go ahead and work your 12 clusters, and I'll meet you at the end of the row. at the end of the row, and you are going to chain 5, and we are going to slip stitch on top of our very first cluster, and this is what the work should be looking like. So this is row 2. In total you should have 12. Row 3, we are going to slip stitch 1 time inside the chain 5 space, and we are going to chain 8. So chain 8 counts as a double crochet and chain 5. Inside the same stitch, you are going to make a double crochet. So this is your very first V stitch. So chain 8 means a double crochet, chain 5. You are going to chain 5. In the next chain 5 space, you are going to make a single crochet. Chain 5. In the next chain 5 space, make a single crochet. Chain 5. We are going to make our second corner. So in the next chain 5 space or our next V stitch, you are going to make a double crochet, chain 5 and a double crochet, all inside the same stitch. There you go. So that's your second V stitch or your second corner. You are going to chain 5. In the next stitch, you are going to make a single crochet. Chain 5. In the next stitch, you are going to make a single crochet. Chain 5. Now we are going to make our third corner. So in the next stitch, make a double crochet, chain 5 and a double crochet inside the same stitch. Now you are going to chain 5 and inside the next stitch you are going to make a single crochet. So this is our third corner. Chain 5, make a single crochet, that's 2, chain 5 and make a double crochet, chain 5 and a double crochet, all inside the same stitch. So this is our fourth corner, and we are going to chain 5, make single crochet, chain 5, make single crochet and chain 5, and we are going to slip stitch. So chain 5 and now we are going to slip stitch. So this is what our motif looks like. So you are going to go ahead and work another motif, but you are not going to complete it. But the first motif, this is our first motif and it should be completed. Now our second motif, we are going to work only 2 corners. So work row 1, row 2 and row 3. You are only going to work 2 corners. So at the end of the row, you are going to chain 1, cut and fasten your yarn, and this is what your first motif look like. Go ahead and work your second motif up until 2 corners. So there you go. So now I'm about to make my third corner. So this is the first corner, the second corner where the stitch markers are. So now into the third corner space, I'm going to make my double crochet, and instead of chain 5 we are going to make chain 3 because we are going to be joining the motifs. So I chain 3 and you are going to pick your complete motif, and inside the corner space, so any of the corner space you choose is fine. So you are going to insert your hook inside the chain 5 space and pull your yarn through, and you are going to chain 2 to complete it. So remember we chained 3, so chain 2 to complete it, and you are going to make a double crochet inside the same stitch. So we've completed our first corner, and this is what the work should be looking like. Now to join the motif, to continue joining the motif, we are going to chain 3 and we are going to insert our hook in the next chain 5 space in our complete motif and pull through. Chain 2 to complete our chain 5. So it's supposed to be chain 5, but because we are joining the motif, so we divide it 3 and 2. So in the next chain 5 space, you are going to make a single crochet. You are going to chain 3 again, insert your hook in the complete motif and pull through. Chain 2 to complete, and make a single crochet in the next chain 5 space. There you go. Chain 3 again and insert your hook in the complete motif and pull through. Chain 2 to complete, and now it brings us to our next corner. So what we are going to do is to make a double crochet in the next corner. So make a double crochet. There you go. And now we are going to chain 3, and inside the complete corner we are going to pull through and chain 2. We are going to make a double crochet in the same space of our incomplete corner, and now this is what we should be having. Now to complete our motif, we are going to chain 5, make a single crochet in the next stitch, chain 5, make a single crochet in the next stitch, chain 5 and slip stitch. So this is how we are going to be joining our motif, and we are going to be joining 5 of them. So I realize if you want to join all greens, you can go ahead and join all greens, but if you want to alternate them, then go ahead and do that. I'm going to be joining green, red, yellow, green, red, yellow. So I'm going to be joining 5 motifs. So this is just to show you how to join them. Now the third motif, so this is the third corner, and I'll make my double crochet, but I will not complete the third corner. So I'm going to chain 3 and insert your hook in the complete motif. So insert your hook in the complete motif and pull through, and we are going to chain 2 and make our double crochet to complete the corner. We are going to chain 3 again, insert your hook in the complete motif and pull through, chain 2 and make a single crochet in the next chain 5 space. Chain 3 again, insert your hook in the complete motif and pull through, chain 2 to complete it, and make a single crochet in the chain 5 space. Chain 3 again, insert your hook in the complete motif and pull through, chain 2 to complete, and make a single crochet. No, it brings us to our corner. So you are going to make a double crochet, chain 3, insert your hook in the corner of your complete motif and chain 2, and you are going to make a double crochet again in the same stitch. Now you are going to chain 5, make a single crochet in the next stitch, chain 5, make a single crochet in the next stitch, chain 5 and slip stitch. So this is how you are going to be joining your motif, and I'm going to go ahead and join the last 2. So I'm going to join 5 motifs, and this is what I would be using, or this is the same format I'll be using until the end of the row. So go ahead and join yours, make your 5 complete motifs and join them. So this is my 5 complete motifs, and this is what the work looks like. So I took off the green, the other green, so the greens would be at the end of the row, and the middle followed by the red, and the yellow would be in the middle. So now we are going to continue our work. So we are going to skip so we are going to be working in the middle motif. So skip the very first chain 5 space and insert your hook in the next chain 5 space. You are going to chain 4, make a single crochet in the next chain 5 space. So this is what you should be having. Now you are going to chain 2 and turn your work. In the very first chain 3 space or your chain 4 space, you are going to work 3 double crochets. In the next space, you are going to work 4 double crochets. Remember, our chain 2 count as a double crochet. So in our next stitch, we are working 4 double crochets. If you want this place to be a bit thicker, then consider working 5 double crochets in each space, or 6 if you are making for a size extra large and you want more thickness. So this is what your work should be looking like. So you are going to cut your yarn and we are going to join the yellow. Now we are going to start increasing. This is black yarn, so you struggle to see, but I'm going to explain to you. So connect your yarn and chain 3. Chain 3 count as your first double crochet. In that very same stitch, you are going to place a double crochet. So that's your first increase. Now we are going to place double crochets in between each stitch until the end of the row, not on top of the stitch. Because it's black, I struggle to focus, but we are placing double crochets in between each stitch until the end of the row. And at the end of the row, we are going to place 2 double crochets in the very last stitch. So that's our increase. We are going to chain 4, 5 and 10 our work. Now we are going to make treble crochet inside the same stitch. So that's our first treble increase. You are going to chain 1, and you are going to skip a stitch, and in the next stitch you are going to make a treble crochet, chain 1, skip a stitch, make a treble crochet, chain 1, skip a stitch, all, and you're going to repeat this until the end of the row. At the end of the row, or in the very last stitch, you are going to make a treble crochet increase. So treble crochet, chain 1, and a treble crochet, chain 1, so all in the same stitch. Now your next row, or row 4, you are going to chain 3, turn your work. We are going to keep making our increase. So in the very same stitch, you are going to make a double crochet. In the chain 1 space, make a double crochet. In the treble crochet space, keep making double crochets in each stitch until the end of the row. At the end of the row, we are going to increase, so make 2 double crochets in the last stitch. We are going to chain 5 again and turn our work, and we are going to make our treble increase. So in the same stitch, you are going to make a treble crochet, and this time we are increasing 2 times. So chain 1, and in the same stitch you are going to make a treble crochet increase. You are going to skip 1, make a treble crochet, chain 1, skip 1, and repeat this up until the end. And in the last stitch, that's the end of the row, we are going to make 3 treble crochet increase. So make a treble crochet, chain 1, a triple crochet, chain 1, and a triple crochet, chain 1, all inside the last stitch. So this is what you should be having. Now we are going to cut our work and we are going to be attaching our green color. There you go. And we are going to chain 2. Now we are going to be making half double crochets. So inside the same stitch, we are going to make our first increase and work half. So make half double crochet. In the next, chain 1. In the same stitch, you are going to make half double crochet, 2 half double crochets in the same stitch. Now we are going to chain 1 and we are going to skip 1, make 2 half double crochets in the same stitch. Chain 1, skip 1, make 2 half double crochets in the same stitch. And we are going to keep repeating chain 1, skip 1, make 2 half double crochets in the same stitch all up until the end of the row. And at the end of the row, we are going to increase twice. So 2 half double crochets in the last stitch, chain 1, and 2 half double crochets in the same stitch. There you go. Chain 1 and 2 half double crochets in the same stitch. Now you are going to take your hip measurement and you are going to make a long chain that can go around your hip. And this dress fits a size 6 to a size 10. 10 will be very tight, so a size 6 to 8. So I'm going to chain for my hip, I'm going to chain 60. So if you're making for a size large, consider chaining 70, and if you're making for a size small, consider chaining 50. After my 60 chains, you are going to make sure your chain is not turned. It is very crucial, so make sure your chain is not turned. And we are going to slip stitch at the end, the other side of our work. And after the slip stitch, you are going to chain 1, cut and fasten your yarn. And you should be having something like this. Now we are going to be locating the middle of our work. So I chained 60 so it will be easy. So I'm going to count 30 and locate the middle of my chain and place a stitch marker. There you go. So now to continue our work, we are going to join our green yarn again, and we are going to chain 1, 2, 3. And inside the same stitch, we are going to make a half double crochet. We are going to skip a stitch. Sorry, don't chain 1. You are going to skip a stitch, and in the next stitch, you are going to make 2 half double crochets in the same stitch. We are going to skip a stitch, and in the next, you are going to make 2 half double crochets. Skip a stitch, and in the next you are going to make 2 half double crochets. So this is row 1 of the body of our dress, and we are going to keep repeating this until the end of the row, or we go all around. But I'll show you at the front part how it should go. So the same way, you're going to skip a stitch, and in the next you are going to work 2 half double crochets. Skip a stitch, and in the next you work 2 half double crochets. and you're going to go all round till the end of the row. At the end of the row, you are going to slip stitch on top of your chain 3 space, and row 2 we are going to be joining our yellow yarn. So you cut and join the yellow yarn. There you go. And you're going to chain 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, and you're going to make your first treble. You're going to skip 1 and make a treble in the next stitch. Chain 1, skip 1 and make a treble in the next stitch. Chain 1, skip 1 and make a treble in the next stitch. So this is the pattern for row 2 of the body. So you are going to keep repeating this until the end of the row. Chain 1, skip 1, make a treble all around, and at the end you are going to chain 1 and make a slip stitch inside the 4th stitch. There you go. You are going to chain 3, turn your work, and we are going to make double crochets in each stitch until the end of the row. So both in the chain 1 space and inside the treble. So place double crochets in each stitch until the end of the row. At this point, my love, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for making it up until this point. Let us know what you think under the comment section. It's always nice to know. So at the end of the row, you're going to slip stitch, and there you go. Row 4, you're going to chain 5, and this is the treble crochet row. So turn your work, and you're going to skip 1, and in the next stitch you're going to make your treble. Chain 1, skip 1, make a treble, and you're going to keep repeating chain 1, skip 1, make a treble all around until the end of the row. And at the end of the row, you're going to slip stitch inside. So you're going to chain 1 and slip stitch inside the chain 4 space. There you go. And now we are going to cut our yarn and switch to the green. And yes, with the green we are going to be making our double crochet row. So you are going to chain 3 and place double crochets in each stitch, and at the end you slip stitch and make your last row of treble crochets. I'll meet you in the second part. Bye bye.